Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet y'all. What's your Dave? Oh yeah, I was about to say you look familiar. Hello, nice to meet you. Dave.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Dave. Yes sir. Nice to meet you, sir. Dave. And you too. Can't forget about you.
Can't forget the photographer. He's important.
Okay, yeah. All right, man. So forgive me, this is my first time doing this, so I ain't really used to it.
You just sit here and answer questions about yourself.
Sounds good.
Let's just start with how you're feeling physically. I know you missed some time in the spring.
Oh yeah, how I've physically been attacking treatment. So I know I've been out for a little bit, but ever since I've been coming back and getting back into workouts, I feel great. So, and that's all to the people in the treatment. So.
What happened? What was the injury?
It was my 5th metatarsal. I was doing an outside zone play in the middle of spring camp, and I was pushing, and then it just popped on me. And that was about it, though. And I just got up, started walking again, and then I still felt the hurt. So I let Chief know, and then they got me into surgery 2 days later. So it was quick.
You're good now.
I'm good now, yes, sir.
What are you trying to? What's the goal here? What do you want to accomplish this year? Obviously, there's a lot of guys back that have played a ton.
Yeah.
What are you trying to achieve in 24?
In 2024, I have a lot of goals, because especially as my junior year, I just really want to go into the season being humble, but I also want to really attack it, trying to be the most dominant lineman. I think that's really everybody's goal here, and that's what everyone tries to chase. But I think the humble factor is the one that a lot of people don't bring with it, so I'm trying to take that along with me during the season as well.
You're someone who's kind of been known for the crazy face paint and stuff.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? How long has that been going on? Is that something you did since high school?
Yeah, it was actually something I started junior year of high school. I started putting face paint on my eyes because honestly, it wasn't really nothing cringy or anything. I just really it was just a symbolizing for my brand and my straw hat that I had. But also, it's just it's for the craziness too. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like when a lot of people look at me in the game and they just see blacked out eyes, it's kind of crazy, but at the same time, it's just, like when you just sit there and you look at them with crazy eyes and don't say nothing, it makes it even more crazier. So,
Dave, talk a little bit about your personal growth between the Polynesian Bowl where we met and now, just your personal on the field, off the field, all that growth that's happened between then and now.
Yeah, Polynesian Bowl, man, that was like 3 years ago.
That was.
Yeah, so Polynesian Bowl till now, I really would say that I've grown as a man. Coach T in the offensive line room has helped me a lot with that. Just growing up, you know what I mean. So I think during the process, I've gotten to a factor where I've chosen things carefully, and I've been to a point where I've choose the right decision. You know what I mean. So I think coming in college, freshman and sophomore year, it's really a hard take because you have a lot of distractions and a lot of things that could take you off course. But I think the challenge of coming in Oregon, and the best part of Oregon was that it really keeps you out of trouble. It's a sacred place, and not only that, it's a cultural place. So there's really not much out here to really do. But at the same time, it's the people that brings you here. So, yes, sir.
You getting any snaps at center? Like, are you just a guard exclusively? What's
Hey, I'm hoping, man. So I really wouldn't mind playing center at all because I feel like I could play everywhere in the interior, center, guard. But at the same time, I tell my coach, wherever you need me and wherever you need me to get the job done, that's where I'm going.
What have these first couple of years been like for you? Because you avoided redshirting.
Yeah.
And you've played a decent amount, but fans are probably still kind of curious what you can provide. Like, what's it kind of been like having to be patient?
Being patient, man. I think that's the hardest part coming to college. Every young guy wants to go ahead and start playing right away, but I think the patient part is really the challenging part because, everyone gets blessed to play early. Some freshmen get blessed and some others don't, but until your time comes, I feel like coming into college and just really recognizing that was just being more patient was just the right amount of time that I needed, just waiting it out. So,
Can you talk a little bit about your transition on the offensive line standpoint from Bo to Dylan? There's obviously different. Talk about that transition.
Yeah. Oh man, Bo to Dylan. Well, I'll say this: Bo is a man. He's a very straightforward guy. Like, you know what I mean. And I feel like Bo and Dylan have the same work ethic. They're both great work ethic people, but I feel like they're just personality. You know what I'm saying? They're two different people when it comes to it. Like, Dylan's a great guy, man. I don't know if you guys ever get a chance to meet Dylan or say hi for a little bit. Guy got the energy. So, and I feel like I could relate more to Dylan just because it's Polynesian to Polynesian. So I'm Samoan, he's from Hawaii. So, like we always throw the shock up at each other and stuff like that. So it's just more relating to each other. That's all it is.
You've got a year under Coach Terry now. What's it kind of been like getting to know him and seeing his transition into the program?
Oh, Terry, coming in in first year, last year, I had one good story with Terry. You know, Terry called me up, and you know, being a football player, sometimes you don't go to class all the time, but you know, I'm just being honest. You know, Terry really holds it down for us. I think Terry coming in our first year, he really locked us in, told us, hey man, you know, if nothing works out, school's your way. You know what I mean? So Terry's really strict on school, and that's what I loved about him. And just seeing the way he attacked young guys, you know, he's young just like us, and I feel like seeing Coach Terry adapt from going from Minnesota Vikings to coming to Oregon and dealing with younger guys, he's made a great transition. Just because, you know, Terry has the energy, but not only that, he understands how to get to you emotionally and physically as a player.
Sorry for a bit of a reach right there, but how's the foot and what exactly was wrong with it last
Oh yeah, the foot's great. I hurt my 5th metatarsal in April, end of April, and I had surgery 2 days right after that at Slocum, and then they got me back in it. I've been working with Chief a lot in the treatment room, been attacking it every single day, and I will say those guys do not let off of you once you get hurt. So if they really want you back, they're gonna get you back, and that's what I love about this program, just attacking the treatment when you're hurt.
You expect them to be full go on Wednesday?
Yes, sir. I'll be expecting to be full go once Idaho gets here.
So the question all the fans want to know, Dave, is why didn't you opt in the video game at first, and are you going to be in it in the next update?
In the next update. So, man, they spazzed me with emails telling me make sure you opt in this time, and I told them yes, ma'am. But I feel like first time I didn't opt in just because last year I didn't have the season I wanted to, and I feel like, you know, I really wanted to go earn it. I'm an earn it type of person. So, but getting the opportunity to be in NCAA is really a blessing, just because not only that you get to see yourself on there, but just to see, you know, your family get to play you, and you know, everything like that. So just, you know, I put Poncho at QB, you know, and everything like that. So just
power run there.
Right, little power.
Is that good?
So yeah, you know, Poncho got a little dime, but you know, I took him out, I subbed him out. So yeah.
I know at the captain's practices you're not in full pads or anything, but your first impressions of Derek Harmon and just how big and powerful this guy is to the line and going up against him, however you might have so far.
Wait, who is
Derek Harmon?
Oh, Derek Harmon? Yeah. Derek is a powerful dude. I will say one thing that Derek has is just the reaction time he has. You know, when the ball snaps, he's full go, you know. So I feel like having dogs on the other side of the ball and having dogs on this side of the ball has really made both of our teams great, just because Coach Landon says it all the time, the physicality is one big thing that we focus on, and when we have two sides that are just going at it at each other, we get better every day.
Talk about somebody on the defensive line that the fans don't know about yet that they should.
I would say right now, DJ is going to be a guy. You know, I think he came from Michigan State. You know, I just speak highly of everyone on the team, but DJ is just a really mobile guy, and the way he does his technique, I look at technique a lot, you know, because that's what football is all about. We can say it's all about strength and everything, but in reality, football is all about technique. And when I see technique out of a person, I see DJ when it comes to D-line, because he's really technical with it.
What about any true freshmen? Could be any position. Anybody standing out to you?
True freshman standing out. I will be honest right now, because he's in my room, but it's because we take him under our wing and we put him Trent just came in, and he's a huge huge guy, you know, freshman, and Trent has been really an asset to us, just because, you know, Trent has been attacking school, he's been doing everything that he needs to get done, but it's just recognizing that when he puts in that work, he really does put in that work. And when he first got in here, you know, Trent is not like a guy where, hey, what's up? Trent is like a hello, you know, the type of guy. So that's one freshman I would say to look out for.
2 minutes.
Going off of that, just I feel like there's a lot of old guys that have a lot of experience on this team, and then there's your group of young guys in every single room. Just as being an older veteran, just how have you been able to kind of take some of those younger guys under your wing, and why do you think that is important, and how is it going to help you kind of later in the season?
Yes, ma'am. Well, taking guys under our wing is one of the most important things. When Coach Landon got here January, right when we finished that 2023 season, he emphasized that. He said, all right, y'all, we got new guys, and the biggest thing we have to do right now is that we have to take guys under our wing and do the best we can to teach these next guys coming up. Because in reality, if I go down, who's going to be next up? Could be Trent, could be Devin, or somebody who's younger. So I feel like it's not just in a culture. This is more than just a culture. It's really just hands down taking your time as an older guy to put in work for those young guys, because honestly, when young guys come in, some guys don't want to help them because, you know, it's just all competition. But in reality, this is supposed to just help each other.
So what do you tell those young guys about what to expect in fall camp?
Oh man, I told those guys, you lucky you wasn't here for Coach Dan's first fall camp. So I was Dan's first recruiting class. So being able to see Coach Dan, so first fall camp, second fall camp has been such an improvement. So I tell all the young guys, just take a day at a time. Stop thinking ahead. I told them, don't even look at the schedule, bro. Like, you know, just wake up every day, look at that schedule, and that's what do you focus on. Because if you think ahead of that, think of what you got in 2 more weeks or next week, it's just going to make it worse for yourself.
How's Kavika doing?
Kavika's doing great. Kavika Rogers, so my Hawaiian dog. So he's awesome, and he's been attacking it every day as well. I can't wait for him for this season.
Does he look like he's too deep this year, or is he still working to get up?
He's fighting for it. So, you know, all I'll say is that Kavika's work will show us for itself. You know? Yes, sir.
And you've probably been asked this earlier, but how would you describe this year's offensive line? You got some new parts, but
you know, if everyone says their offensive line is dominant, but one thing I'll say about our offensive line is that we're disciplined. That's it. Very disciplined offensive line. And that just doesn't come from players. That comes from Coach Terry, Coach Cav, Coach Dow, and Coach Baylor. There it is. And that'll be it. Yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
Thank
Great.
you so
Thank
much.
you so
You're
much.
welcome.
You did
Thank
a
you so
good
much.
job.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I
of
appreciate
course.
it. Brother.